Greetings, duelists, and welcome to another deck report. This is Season 7X, week number... Technically, this is week number 1, even though I profiled week number 1 during sneak peek of BLZD Dominion format. Yeah, this is week number 2. BLZD Dominion is now TCG legal, which means cards from this set are now available for competitive play. And I kind of want to profile another deck that just sprung up the top of my mind. You will see and notice that this deck, the entire main deck, has no BLZD Dominion cards, but there is one BLZD Dominion card in our extra deck, and that was the whole reason why I built this deck. Before we begin, I kind of wanted to show this a little bit. So I bought 2 boxes yesterday, my OTS store, and these were my pulls. I pulled Dominant Spark, I pulled Regina. That was one box. That same box had Gustav Rocket as my Starlight Rare. And then my second box had Fedralis Harmonia, Shade the Obscure, and I also pulled a Starlight Rare. I pulled the Fairy Tale Machigiru. This is the luckiest run I've had on box openings, like, ever in a while. And I'm not here to try to encourage you guys to buy from this set, but this set is very top heavy. If you are playing competitively, you should look into the set and everything that is in it. There even rogue decks like these two have a really good chance of topping even regionals. But that's kind of all I wanted to show you involving these. Let me move these boxes out of the way. So now let's get to the profile at hand. I was hardly contemplating what I wanted to profile this week, because that Harmonia you just saw, that was my first Harmonia. That Regina that you just saw, that is my second copy of Regina. So I can't build Kultun Elf Note yet. I've pulled 0 rotaries. I think in my locals, out of 4 boxes, like, there was only 1 rotary pulled, and the person who had that rotary quickly left our OTS store. Shout outs to Sammy if you're watching this. So I can't play that deck yet. I could play Elf Note now that I pulled that second Regina. So stay tuned for that. Some people probably already saw my community post. Now, what can I play besides the Power Patron deck that is legal for BLZD Dominion? Well, I chose to go back to Maliss. And the reason I came back to Maliss is because of one specific card in my extra deck. I might even make an underground episode out of it, because this card is extremely popular. Well, okay, my bad. It's not popular. This card is extremely powerful. This card is very underrated. I don't think enough people have experimented with this card yet. The card that I'm talking about is Charmer Quartet in Bloom. So this was my sneak peek promo, if you remember my last profile. I decided to play a card that can, well, a deck that can abuse this card, and Maliss is one of them. Maybe later in this same profile, I can show you, like, combos that I end up doing with this card. But without further ado, let's begin. So we'll start with the main deck. It is a lot of cards. So 1 Dormouse, 2 Rabbit, 2 Chessy Cat, Ripple Marsh Hare. The only main difference is there's no 3rd Chessy Cat. I will explain that a little bit later. We're on 1 backup and 1 wizard. You will notice with this deck, it is not Cybers heavy, so I only opted for one. Now for the second part of the deck, which is one of the things that kind of made me go back and like to Maliss. We're playing Dangers. So triple Nessie, triple Tsushinoko, triple Jackalope, one Mothman, one Bigfoot. So I kind of wanted to turbo out my cards and get to my win condition as quickly as possible. The Dangers are really good for that in this deck. One cool thing about Dangers, and I probably will make a 40 card list out of this in the future. This is 60 cards. If you're playing against Cool Tune and your Cool Tune opponent sees your hand with Rotary and they see a bunch of Dangers, they don't know what to end on. Like, unless they floodgate you out of the game, you can just change your hand with your Dangers while starting to pick up their board and start putting board presence against your opponent. If you are not in this build in particular, I'm not playing those cards, but the really cool thing about Dangers as well is they don't conflict with Dominant Spark, they don't conflict with Dimension Shifter either, they don't conflict with Dominance Impulse. So if you're looking for a sub-engine in Maliss that should be like accustomed to the current format, I really highly suggest you look into Dangers. So the last engine that we're playing in this deck, and this is an experiment that I kind of want to try out. We're playing Sky Striker, so triple Ray and one Rose. You're probably wondering, what does Ray and Rose have to do with Maliss? What does that have to do with this deck? Well, going to the theology of Dangers, and the reason I kind of wanted to try out this concept, this deck has a lot of draw cards. So we got triple Engage, triple Allure, triple Vision, triple Thrust. Those are like our tutor cards. You got triple Droplet, 2 Underground, 2 Enemy Controller, Sign and Mining, Danger Response Team, MSD, Malice in the Mirror. We got 5 Striker spells, so Drones, Limbless Gate, Shark Cannon, Widow Anchor, and Eagle Booster. We got Gold Sark, Terraforming, Talents, Cold by the Grave, and I opted to try out Duster in the main deck. As you saw, we are playing Thrust in this list. And the last 2 cards are my 2 Malice Trap cards. I'm gonna say this right now. Out of my 5 matches, 4 of them I opened MTPO7 at least once. 60 cards, by the way. So yeah, this is the list. As you can see, it's very, very spell heavy. And I will explain everything once I get to the extra deck. So, side deck. Triple Drag Down into the Grave. We will explain this. Triple Book of Eclipse. Triple Ash. Double Droll. Triple Contact C. and DDG. I'm gonna put this drag down into the side. And now let's go for the extra deck, because this is the most important part of the deck, and this will explain like what I'm trying to do with this deck. Link Spider, Linguribo, IP, SP, Lizard, Phoenix. I did not summon this card all day. This card should get cut in future list for me. Well, it doesn't really have to get cut, but I'll show you what I've been going for besides this instead. The Wicked because of the backup. So those are like our standard Maliss Link 1s and 2s. We got Kagari, Azalea, which is the card I've been going for instead of Phoenix. Zero, Camellia. So those are the striker links. We got Red, we got Cryptor, these are our link 3s. We got access code, and we got the Quartet in Bloom. So, what is the win condition of this deck? What am I trying to do with all these cards? Why am I playing strikers in my list? So, the theory behind the deck was you end on Quartet in Bloom, and alongside the Quartet, you have some of these cards. So basically, the deck was pretty much like a protected castle type deck with Quartet in Bloom. You just settle your striker spells. Since there's no monsters in your main monster zone, you can flip stuff like Eagle Booster and a Widow Anchor. But after you're done with your striker spells, what you end up doing is, with the Quartet in Bloom, you bring back a few monsters in your from your graveyard. You can bring back Cryptor, you can bring back Ramson, you can bring back Azalea, because Azalea is a dark attribute monster. You can bring back Ray, and the really cool trick involving Ray is that let's say, for example, you have Droplet set. Let's say one of your set cards is Droplet. After you resolve your Bloom's effect, you can Droplet send the Bloom to the graveyard, and since your extra monster zone is empty, you can tribute Ray to summon stuff like Azalea. And before you ask, yes, you can legally do that because this is not a Link summon. This is a summon from the extra deck for a Link monster. So you're basically loopholing yourself against the lock that Charmer in Bloom has for you. Another really cool thing is, since the monsters you're bringing back with Bloom cannot be used as material, you're not victim to Super Poly. So Super Poly is not good against our deck. Droplets shouldn't be good against our deck because we do have Eagle Booster, and you try to search Eagle Booster in your combo. That way Eagle Booster protects your Quartet in Bloom. If they try to like tug on Droplets and send a spell card, you can flip like MTPO7, for example. And like in Chain of MTPO7, like you can, for example, flip the Eagle Booster, and then Eagle Booster protect the Quartet in Bloom. So that was the thought process behind the deck. That was the theory. Was this a good strategy? Did it work out? I did get to my board a couple of times. Another really cool thing about the striker cards is the striker cards are really good into breaking boards, and the striker engine is also really good against Cool Tune. So that was another reason for all of this. We have a lot of tutor cards like Allure and Thrust and Engage. So getting to our win condition while fighting against your opponent's board should be ideal. The one card that really cooks us is Droll and Lockbird, and sadly that did happen at locals. I got drolled twice in a match, so I lost one match. I lost another match against Red Dragon Archfiend, and it was strictly my fault. I really didn't know the matchup that well. That deck has a billion extenders now, and I couldn't fight through them. So that was kind of unfortunate. I did play against Yummy. I beat them 2-1. I did play against Earth Machine. That deck is really scary. Earth Machine K9. This deck was very fighting to that as well. I think those were my matches. Yeah, I lost to Memento and I lost to Red Dragon Archfiend. I did play against Lunalight, and let's just say Contact C is a really good card. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the main deck. So let's talk about a few cards. Drag Them to a Grave was it was in my main deck. I opted to move it to a side deck, and in exchange for Thrust. So the idea behind it was that you really don't care what your opponent discards from you. Like, the only real cards that I really care about is probably like the Maliss traps. Like, most of the time, 90% of your hand is going to be either spell cards or dangers or Maliss monsters. If you have a Maliss monster and you don't want your opponent to get rid of it, you just summon it. If you have a Striker monster, I don't care if they send it to the graveyard. I want Ray in my graveyard. So, like, if they opt to just send that, then that's fine by me. If they send another spell card, that's also fine, because that means there's already 2 spells in your graveyard. Which means if you already have Engage, you can just set the Engage and just activate Engage and start moving alongside your plays. Yes, your opponent has one unknown card that they can still play with against you, but knowing their entire hand, except for one card, is also a lot better for us. This is also a really good hand trap check. Like, this checks for Ash Blossom, this checks for Droll and Lockbird if this is the first card activated. That was pretty much like my thought process behind this. Would I play this in the future? I don't know. This card was a little weird for me. I did activate this against my Memento opponent, and their hand was way better than my hand. And funnily enough, they did draw into one of the cards that won the game after I resolved it. So that card is kind of iffy. It was pretty much just theory. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, whether or not this card is justified in this type of deck. Contact C, I think as long as Cool Tune's in the format, I'm gonna keep playing this. This is not just for Cool Tune, this is also for a few other decks. Droll is unironically really good this format. There's a lot of search decks right now, including that Rogue Dragon Archfiend deck that I talked about. This deck also really hard loses to Droll. So yeah, no reason not to play it. Same thing with Ash Blossom. DDG, I think the DDG is perfect in this deck. No need to explain it here. Another card that I don't see enough people play, and I can't stress this enough, this card is really good right now. Like, against most decks that we have right now in Blazing Dominion format, this card is really, really strong. Even some of the older decks like Yummy and Branded. Another deck that's going to be very popular very soon is going to be Doom Z and the Archmage deck. Really good against those. This also was surprisingly not bad against my Red Dragon Archfiend opponent. Yes, they have cards like Red Dragon Archfiend that can negate this, but you know, you're baiting that negate. And if you have other power spells, then you can just pick and choose whatever power spell you want them to negate, and then you just resolve the other one. This deck has a lot of them. So yeah, that was the list. I guess if you want to see combos involved in this, I will do one really quick combo. Let's say, for example, and this is very common. What I'm about to show you is sounds RNG, but it is a little bit common. Let's say you summon the 2 dangers, and you have 2 spells or cards in your graveyard. So 2 and 2. So you got these 2, you got these 2. These 2 go into Camellia. Camellia, you send engage. So engage in your graveyard. You turn Camellia into Kagari. And everything I'm showing you is basic striker stuff. You already know about these combos if you're playing striker. Kagari grabs back the engage. Engage for Hornet drones. Hornet drones. These 2 into 0. Zero, grab back and engage from the graveyard, and then you have to engage and you get an extra draw. So that was one of the thought processes on this. What can we do if we open Maliss cards? Let's say, for example, we opened Dormouse, or let's go with Chessy Cat. Let's go with that. Well, let's go with a common one. So this is Chessy Cat. Let's say we open Chessy Cat and a danger. And you have 2 spells engraved. So we link these 2. We go into Lizard. Lizard banish the Chessy. Chessy comes back. These 2 will make red Ramson. Red Ramson grabs like Underground. We activate Underground. Underground for Dormouse. Dormouse gets summoned. Dormouse effect. You grab the rabbit. Rabbit effect. With rabbit, we're going to set 11. So we're at this point. So 11 is here. It's set. So we're at this point right now, right? 2 spells engraved. 3 monsters. With the Dormouse and the rabbit, you're going to make the Camellia. Camellia effect. You send the engage. And you're probably thinking, we're not gonna have room because the monster is already down underneath, right? Well, we grab these 2. And you make the Azalea. We link away Azalea into Kagari. Kagari. Grab back engage. Engage. For drones. You can activate the drones. Drones, summon. And This is where we're going to 0. And we grab with 0, back to engage. And the big difference here is you have your Maliss set up, so you can flip the TB later, or you can flip something else. There are some other lines that you can do, like for example, we're at this point. There's the red, and we have the Camellia. So this is still in our. These are still in our extra. These are still in our. Oh, the Camellia. So these are. So this is. So we're in at this point. This is in our deck. We can flip the TV, banish the red, summon from the deck. Let's say you summon Marsh here, or we summon a second chassis. Doesn't matter. Red comes back, and red banishes another Marsh. And you have Marsh here in your hand, so we're at this point. So there's a couple things we can do here. You probably want to see the win condition, right? So we turn with the Camellia, you send the engage. So these are in our graveyard. This is still in our deck. So you should have 3 spells in grave, and you should have some of these monsters in grave. So we're at this point. So what we can do here is we need to start linking away bodies, right? So let's link away into SP. Link these two away into Azalea, and then Azalea into Kagari. Kagari for engage, engage for Hornet drones, activate the Hornet drones. So we're at this point. You can grab, summon 0, and something we can do here is 0, tribute, summon Ray and Rose. And if we get to another extender, we're just going to summon and to link all 3 into the Cryptor. And with another body, the Cryptor, you turn it into Bloom. And what happens here is the Bloom can reborn either Cryptor, it can be reborn Ray, it can reborn the Azalea, it can reborn SP Little Knight, it can reborn Red Ramson. So you pretty much have your graveyard stacked with a lot of link monsters that you can just summon with a Quartet. Another ridiculous thing that you can do if you're trying to go for game, let's say you're going second and you manage to get to Red Ramson, and you go Ransom, Underground, Underground Summon, or you go TB11 Resummon. With the if you do go the Underground route, you can link away the red into access code. Access code, banish the red. Red comes back. Whatever other monster you summon with red comes back. Gets summoned. Let's say, for example, like a Chessy Cat. So we're at this point. We grab red and Chessy Cat. into Bloom, and Bloom reborn the Ramson and the Chessy Cat. And this is overall, this is OTK. Like, yeah, that was pretty much just showcasing you stuff that you can do involving the Quartet. Like, this card is really, really strong. I really highly recommend you look into this card, especially if you're playing Maliss. I know this kind of looked a little bit weird. It was just me showing you a little bit of what this card can do. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the profile. More Blazing the Minion decks coming soon. Keep practicing and keep dueling.